Following a handful of singles, Disney star Joshua Bassett is making his big music debut with his first self-titled EP. The songs on this project cover topics such as heartbreak, betrayal, and love. I was excited for this EP, especially coming off the previous releases such as LALA and Only a Matter of Time. If you would like to see my reaction to both of those songs before starting this video, the links are in the description. Joshua Bassett proves himself as a tough contender in the music game with this EP, in his songwriting, singing, and musicianship. It has a different sound that I haven't heard in music since maybe the early days of Bruno Mars. There's also a classical flavor to it, as the piano is very prevalent throughout this project. Because this is an EP and not a full album, I will not be breaking it down by themes as I normally do, because I think the entire project itself stays fairly cohesive in its subject matter. I will, however, be going through the EP track by track. Let's begin. Track 1 is called Sorry, so there are probably a billion songs in music history that share this title, and most of them more or less talk about the same thing, someone apologizing for the wrong they've done to a loved one. Because of this, I was hoping Joshua would take a different approach to the meaning of sorry in his own song. And I would say he did. The song describes a man being a master puppeteer in a relationship and telling his girl all that she wants to hear. From what it sounds like, he was leading her on. Then one day he leaves her because he didn't know just who she was. So if I were to pause the song right there, I would assume the chorus of the song would talk about how the guy is sorry that he led her on and sorry that he basically left her for no reason. But Joshua doesn't take that approach, which I like. Instead, the chorus takes the girl's perspective, saying, "You'll be sorry that you left me, because I'm the best thing that you aren't ever gonna get again." I love that he took the opposite perspective in the song, because even though the song is titled Sorry and we expect an apology record, instead we get a song that talks of regret and taking someone for granted. I also like the sonics of this song as well. It opens with chimes of a classical piano and then breaks down into soulful chord changes. The chorus is upbeat and has a catchy melody. I'll give this one a PR pick. The next song on this EP is track number 2, Do It All Again. This one is sweet and has an apologetic message to it. Do It All Again takes place just after a breakup, 6 weeks to be exact. I found there seems to be a connection to the previous song, as Joshua seems to embody the male character saying in the first verse, "So excuse the mess I made when you were mine. I'm still learning how to love." This song seems to be part 2 to Sorry. He then goes on to say in the chorus, "I know you're nervous, but I won't let you fall, and we weren't perfect, but you were worth it all. If it were my call, I would do it all again." I love how Do It All Again is the apology record and not Sorry. It's something unexpected, which I love in music. As I discussed in my album review for Nick Jonas' Spaceman, I really don't like when I can look at the title of a song and know exactly what it's going to be about. Joshua acknowledges that he messed up. He shouldn't have let her go, and if it were up to him, he'd do it all again. But unfortunately, the damage has been done, and it's up to her to reciprocate those feelings, which may never happen. Truly a special message and great song. Track number 3 gives us Lie Lie Lie. This gets us into the upbeat acoustic guitar sound to this EP, which I am all about. This song sounds like it could be sung by Ed Sheeran or Shawn Mendes. So this seems to keep with the story of the previous 2 songs, however taking a dark turn. As it turns out, following the breakup, the girl started to spread lies and rumors about Joshua that just weren't true, at least from his perspective. "So they told me all the things that you said, running all over my name. And you're acting all so innocent, like I'm the only one to blame." So at this point, it appears this girl was not all who Joshua thought she was, and he is beginning to see more of her true colors. Because of this, Joshua kisses her goodbye, as he just can't deal with her lies anymore. He doesn't want to be associated with a person who is giving him a bad reputation. Lie 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 has a fun sound to it and a lot of energy, but the subject matter speaks of betrayal and heartbreak. This one gets a PR pick. Before we get into the last 3 songs of the EP, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I upload. I have new videos out every week and you don't want to miss it. Thank you for the support. You guys are awesome. Track number 4 is titled Only a Matter of Time. This song follows that classical sound that circulates throughout this EP. The story continues as Joshua approaches the girl, telling her of the karma that will follow her should she not stop spreading false rumors about him. He is telling her it's time to stop playing games and it's time to make things right and move on. He knows that he hurt her, but that doesn't give her the right to make his life miserable when he's already admitted his mistakes. We see this in the chorus. "Well, I'm sure that you're hurting inside, but why would you make your pain mine? You're making me pay for your crimes. Darling, I'll be fine, but it's only a matter of time." He's saying, listen, you're putting me through hell and I'm getting through it, but eventually that sense of revenge will be turned against you and you will regret your decisions. the story keeps getting darker. We start to see more of the true nature of each character. I love the falsetto and the sense of warning in Joshua's vocal. Only a Matter of Time gets a PR pick. Track number 5 gives us Telling Myself. This one reminded me of There's Nothing Holding Me Back by Shawn Mendes, and it would not surprise me if that were the main inspiration behind the song. Joshua opens the song talking about how their relationship began so simple and carefree and describes the two as children. He then acknowledges the events that happened, saying, "How do we allow this story to fall so south?" He then goes on to say, "What were we both thinking? We were so naive, believing we were still happy. How could I ignore my doubts?" I feel like this happens a lot in relationships. Both sides don't have the feelings they originally had and try to convince themselves that they are satisfied when really they are not. This results in wasting time and leading each other on. Joshua questions his own relationship, trying to tell himself that they had something good, but he is unsure if they actually did. Maybe that was just what he kept trying to convince himself. The chorus is filled with self-reflecting questions, the last one being, was it really good? I like the topic of the song, and I can't say I've really heard another song talk about this situation in a relationship. I like the energy to the track, and the chorus is catchy. This one gets a PR pick. The final song of the EP is Heaven Is You. This one sounds like old school Bruno Mars, like When I Was Your Man era. However, this is kind of out of left field for me and doesn't really fit in with the storyline it seems Joshua was trying to create here. I would say the story ends at Telling Myself, and Heaven Is You is perhaps a different fantasy about the relationship, or it could be about a completely different person, because Joshua refers to the person in this song as an angel, which doesn't seem like an appropriate comparison for the person discussed in the previous songs. Anyway, Heaven Is You talks about Joshua questioning his faith and falling under the impression that heaven isn't a place but a person, that person being the girl whom he refers to in this song. So here we go again, guys. For those of you who watch my album reviews for Spaceman and Justice, in both of those videos we discussed the growing theme in music of relating worldly pleasures to spiritual concepts. I won't go into detail about it because I've talked about it before, so if you would like to know more of my thoughts on the matter, feel free to check out those videos. But in any case, Heaven Is You is a soulful song that talks about Joshua finding his heaven in another person and a love that makes him feel safe and whole. It has a gospel flavor to it, and rightfully so, as it talks about spiritual topics. This song provides Joshua a supernatural escape from the heartbreak discussed on the rest of this EP, and finishes the project on a positive note. So there you have it, guys. That is the 2021 self-titled EP by Joshua Bassett. I think Joshua has a very bright future when it comes to music, and think that he could eventually become something like the next Shawn Mendes or Ed Sheeran. But he is working to separate himself from those artists by adding his own style to pop music, which could prove to be much useful in the future. This EP tells a cohesive story, which I appreciate, because I believe music should be used for storytelling purposes and conveying emotions in the best way possible. Joshua's got a good one here, and I would highly encourage you to check it out. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think about Joshua's self-titled EP. I would love to hear your thoughts about it. Thanks again for the awesome support of the channel. You guys are awesome, and I hope to see you on the next video. Catch you later.